Let's go ahead and get started then. This part actually comes from a book. I did not make you read the book. You can feel lucky about that. And we talk about why culture fight. This is conflict. It's not even a fight. First, the culture has a toll, they misunderstand, and then they hate each other. But in the worst case, they will actually fight a war. Okay, so our first key word, we have a 关键单词, right? Cultural syndrome. So now I have some Google Handy here. I also checked Wikipedia. Some of this, they like this translation. We have a syndrome. This is how to classify culture. What kind of culture are you? What am I? What are you? We have different types. Okay. The syndromes are now traits. These are traits. Traits. They collect all of these traits together. They occur together to create 一种的文化, one type of culture, the syndrome. Okay? So, right now you should be thinking, what are you? What is your type of culture and what is my type of culture? There's another concept. 另外一个概念 is distance, cultural distance. Because cultures can be 很像 each other or 完全不一样, very far apart. That is our cultural distance, same or different. This 很重要的因素. Do you have peace or do you have war? Because of this one. Okay? This will influence, 有影响 the chance of the war. Also, how bad will the war be? Sometimes a war is short and quick and the two countries make up and it's not that bad. If the distance is very big, it will be a terrible, bad war. Okay, types of cultures. I think some of you may have heard about this before. Is it 集体主义, 个人主义? Now we know. Our collectivism, individualism. Let's look at collectivist. According to theory, you are collectivist because you are Asian, because you are Chinese, Taiwanese, Korean, or Japanese. Any type of Asian, they like to classify as collective. Okay. You are interdependent with others in your group. You cooperate. Okay. Together, help each other in your group. Okay. Your group, in the group, your people have goals. And the group, Chinese goals, are more important than your own personal goal. 比较重要. The group, then, is more important than you. Okay. You follow, or they follow, what the group says is normal. Alright, so in general, in-groups are more important than self. In collectivism, 集体主义, in-groups. In-groups, 老师 in-group, 什么意思? Okay, well we have an example of an in-group. In collectivism, you cooperate because you are the same. This people, this people, this people, so they are together and they follow their group, their rules. That is an in-group. Here's an example. There's me, John Michael. I am inside of my first in-group. A very tight group is my family. My family lives, my brothers and sisters, we all go to the same school maybe. So this is another in-group, our school. You have an in-group, Taidong University, right? And you, Taidong University, fight all with the other university because your group is university group. Okay. A bigger group is my country. I am American. Or I'm from Pittsburgh, my city, Pittsburgh. My city has a special way of talking. Yes, Pittsburgh is very famous for their English. 完全不一样的英文. I do not speak Pittsburghese with you because you would not understand. 16 years of Taiwan, I have changed my English 变成很标准的英文. But in Pittsburgh, we speak differently. We have slippy instead of slippery. We say yins. Do you remember? You, one person singular. You, plural. In Pittsburgh language is yins. Yins guys. So we change our pronunciation and our words. So that would be my in-group as a Pittsburgher. Country, American. And what about you? You are Taidongren, Taipei-ren, Kaohsiung-ren, Pingdong-ren. Many different types of ren are here in this room. So that is one of your groups. At the same time, you are Taidong University ren. That's another group. So these in-groups exist together. Okay. So, individualist. According to theory, as American, I should be individualist. I should be 个人主义, individual. I am independent, 独立, 自由, from my group. If my group wants to eat hamburgers and I want pizza, I can say goodbye. I will not follow my group because I want pizza. And they want hamburgers. I will be different. Okay. I cooperate. 个人主义. It's a stereotype to say 个人主义 is selfish. No, we are actually very unselfish. We are very, very extremely considerate. We are so considerate. We think of other people so often that we cooperate outside the group. We go out of our group. We can do that. That's where 个人主义. That's our thinking. 想法, our psychology, 我们的心理. Way inside, it's okay to cooperate without group. Okay, so we can do this, we cooperate if there is mutual benefit. I help you, oh, it's scratched back, oh, I can't reach that. And then someone will scratch the back, turn around and scratch the back. It's if you scratch my back, I scratch your back. We can do that. 个人主义, the group is less important than self. The self is more important than the group. Here is our exchange theory, 个人主义. This guy will cooperate with this guy. We can do that. Mutual benefit. This guy, 这个家伙, he needs his teeth cleaned. You've seen this in nature. And the bird will come inside and eat the little leftover things inside the mouth. This alligator cooperates, does not eat the bird because he knows the bird is good for his health. The bird is safe because he knows he provides service. So he provides service. This guy provides service, protects him. No other animal will eat him while he is in the mouth of the alligator. This is nature. It is nature, 自然, to cooperate outside of groups. The 个人主义. There is a continuum of 集体主义 and 个人主义, and we can put our cultures and our countries and the people, we can put them on this continuum. Here, as the 个人主义, we think that 美国人, 加拿大人, we think they are the most individual. European, here's our European Otoren, but did you see some people like French and German start to move towards group collective just a little bit? Of the Europeans, the Italians would be very close to collective. They are collective more than Americans. Here's your Atoa. No, these are your South Americans, Mexicans, South Americans, Brazilians. They are collective, the same as you. Their family is important. They live at home with their parents. Yes, they are collective, and they are Atoa. Okay, so Atoa, Huyang. Okay, they're all different and they're all the same. Let's keep going. Let's go further east. Let's go to the east. Chinese, Japanese, Korean, all the Asians. Oh my God, all of our Middle Eastern here. Our Arab people, our Muslim people are here with you as collective. Their thinking is like your thinking. You have more in common with them than you do with me. Interesting. Okay, Gotong. That is our culture. Let's talk about Gotong, our language, Yuyan, our language. So this thinking, remember, obviously, because this is Xiangfa, or your belief, your inshan on the words that you speak. Okay, so collectivists do not need subjects. Have you studied Japanese? Many of you study Japanese. I study. No, I should say, I study. That's some more manly, I study. And you understand if you break down the Wenfa, no subject. It's only verb. 动词, love. Steady. I steady. They will not say, I love you, obviously. If I'm talking to you and I say, I steady, it's me, love you, 应该的. So, 不用说 I, 不用说 you. Anyway, they are collectivists thinking the same. This affects also how you learn English as well. When you fan-yi Chinese to speak English, sometimes it comes out like Chinglish to us, and then we know that you're not a native speaker. Here, if we describe someone, we talk about another person. The native Atoa, we will describe his characteristic. He is helpful. He's a nice guy. He is helpful. But our collectivists will look at his action. He offered to help. And you simply describe. Here, we analyze. We skip the action that he offered to help, and we so we say, oh, he is helpful. Describe the person. Here, in another language, you do not analyze, you simply describe his action. Collectivists have culture-specific words. Words that cannot be translated into English because, let's see, culture-specific words, your janbei, senpai. We do not have this culture. We do not have that word in English, but it has a very special meaning for Asian, Chinese, and Japanese. Janbei, senpai. Let's see. And also, especially Chinese family words, you have two different aunts. Ai, gugu. We do not. We have one word, aunt. It's good for everybody. You have different words for uncle. Anyway, your family relationship, 比较重要. So you have your itang and susu, but we do not. We just have uncle, doyang, uncle. Okay? So that changes. That will change the words coming out of our mouth. Okay. Complex, 复杂的文化 and 简单的文化. Yes, again. In 复杂, we have subcultures. These are groups again. Group inside of a group. 文化里面有文化。Okay, so let's think about Americans. We have blacks, whites, Asians, Hispanics, Mexicans, Latinos, Hispanics, 都是美国人。I came here to Taidong one time. This is before I got married, but I was just dating my wife. We go to eat hot pot in Taidong at a restaurant. And of course she has to tell everyone I'm American because they don't know. 你不像美国人. I said, okay, why? 你的头发黑黑, you're not tall and whatever. And I said, okay, well, and you're not white. I said, okay, so I'm not white, I'm not blonde. Like Obama is not white and blonde, right? And then she's up. 对呀，美国人有很多很多不一样的。So right there at that moment, I had to take this little, I say, hey, Obama, he's not white, he's American, he's not white. Boom, I break her thinking with one word. Because her thinking was a stereotype about Americans. So there are subcultures. American black, American white, American Asian, American Hispanic. In Taiwan, you have subculture. You have Vietnamese. You have Hakka. In fact, my wife is Hakka. We have Yuantumin in Taiwan. We have Chinese from mainland China, Waisheng. And we have Taiwanese who are very, very Taiwanese. And then this affects your politics. They become Green Party, very Taiwanese because of their thinking. Okay, so, 所以 Taiwan is a complex culture. 美国也是 complex culture. The simple culture. 哪里有 simple culture? Well, 古代的时候 life was simple. If you go to Shichen Boulevard, you'll see life was simple. 那个时候 in the long old times. Information societies, we are information society. 我们是 complex. Complex cultures. 现代的 cultures can have 250,000 different types of jobs. In a simple society, you have farmer, craftsman, just a few jobs. Okay, here we go. Continuum. The continuum, complex to simple. Information society, 现在的 society, modern societies. Industrial is a little bit back. Again, history. Industrial era was 1700, 1800. They were not as complex as we are today. As humans, 人类 evolve, we become more complex. 越来越复杂. Your grandchildren, you will not understand your grandchildren. Their thinking will be completely different. Okay, 古代的时候, we're simple. 古代的时候. Farmer, hunter-gatherer, feudal societies with kings and knights. Very simple. Here's an example. There are simple societies, even today. 还有简单的 societies. Here they are. And this is in the Amazon, Brazilian jungle. The anthropologists, the 人类学, they're flying in their airplane looking for undiscovered tribes. They found them. And these people do not like outsiders. So the anthropologists decided this tribe would stay there uncontacted. When they came back, their airplane looks like this. So they're like, let them go, let them stay there. Let them be. Okay. Tightness, looseness. Yes, a culture is tight and loose. Okay, tight cultures demand conformity from people. Does this sound familiar? The people in the culture will get angry, 生气, if others do not follow rules. If they see someone being 怪怪的, 奇怪呀你, 为什么不一样? Then they get angry. Why is your hair that color? 你的头发很奇怪. Why'd you do that? Okay. Tight cultures can be intolerant of the others. Tightness occurs when the society is isolated, like the hunter-gatherer, isolated. When they see the outsiders, they're angry and fight. People are very collective. 超级很集体主义变成 tight 变成 high population density can be tight. Loose cultures are where two cultures come together and mix. One example is Thailand. Thailand to have a whole bunch of Asian societies coming together. So they are very open. There are subcultures or groups, and they are looser. Mixing of groups, if you have more subcultures, it becomes complex. Large cities are loose. If you want to be free, go to Taipei. It's a big city, be yourself, be free. If you want to be controlled, come here to Taidong. Everyone's watching you. They know you. Right? They know where you've been. If you go eating at some restaurant, they know you were at that restaurant. They're watching you in Taidong. If you go have a beer at Texas Joe's or someplace, they don't know. Okay. Looseness also occurs with population density. Here we go. Our continuum, tight to loose. Loose. 现代的 information. Secular means no religion. No religion. Free religion. No religion. That would be America, France, Europe. Religion society would be Muslim countries, Arab countries. Okay, so these are loose. Let's go to tight. Tight. Okay, you can see that post-war Japan, after the war, they're moving a little bit loose. Before the war, they're very tight. They know when there's a foreigner in Japan, and the foreigner is the enemy. Okay, small towns and villages are very tight. Think about Taipei and Zhiben town. Okay, China, Asia, conservative religion, Muslim. They're here under tight. The undiscovered tribe in the Amazon, they are tight. Okay? Army and military. 不管 whatever country, 美国, Taiwan, 大陆, if you join the army, yes sir, you are tight. You follow orders. Okay. Here's an example. Pictures are better. Japan, tight, loose. Back then, 那个时候，现在. And you can be free, more free, freedom. Back there, no freedom. Of course, tight and loose. This is what we think of tight and loose. Yes, very tight. If you do not get in the picture, you'll die. These girls have to smile and cry. If they're not crying hard enough, gone. Okay, very tight. And here, South Korea, very loose. Remember our syndrome. I talked about syndrome. 集体主义 and 简单 and tight will go together. Correlation. Loose, 复杂, 个人主义 tend to go together. This is a different syndrome. These 特点 make for different cultures. We can measure them. questionnaires, measure them. You can do research. I don't do research on the actual culture thinking, I do research on language learning thinking, but the 方法 is the method of research. 研究方法一样的方法. So you can research a culture, and you can ask people, what do you think? What do you think? And then you can find out that these cultures are very different, very high collective, coincides with high simplicity, high tightness, very low complexity, low individualism. It's hidden under the red. Look at culture 2's red. Very loose, very complex, very good and very small on these other continuum. When you map it, 完全不一样的文化，不一样的心理，不一样的想法，不一样的语言 language. Okay, larger distance will increase the danger of fight and 沟通错误. Different cultures have different values, different behavior. There are more concepts. These are even smaller types of cultures. Individualist, 有可能 universalist. Then we look at your achievement, what you can do. And we measure you. Are you a good person or a bad person by what you can do, achievement. 不管你的爸爸妈妈，不管你的家人，不管从哪里来的 we look at what you achieve. Then we say you are good or bad. So that is the universalist. Collectivists, 不一样，他们的想法不一样. Oh, you graduated from 高师大. Oh, okay. Oh, you graduated from Taidong University. Oh, Taidongren. And then they'll start thinking, they'll have a think about what you are. Who's your parents? Who's your father? Who's your mother? Oh, your father is 那个校长. Oh, you're 校长的女儿. Oh, okay. Because of who you are and what you see. So your society, 社会不一样. Your rules of society, 社会的规定不一样. And Yadoa, society rules. We look at what you can do. There are other types. Instrumentalists, sorry, that's me. I'm kind of like,一点点 Asperger. I want to get my job done, do my work. I want to finish my job. I am instrumentalist. And 很麻烦 when there is expressionist, and they're just going, la 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 la, la la la, and I'll be like, I just want to do my job. Let me do my job. Go away. So that would be an instrumentalist. 我有目的, and I do not want other people, just gossiping, 八卦, or wasting time, 浪费时间, 拖拖拉拉. The expressionist will 拖拖拉拉 in the office and go. Okay. The expressivist will look at me, the instrumentalist, and say, oh, this guy, he's not a human, he's a robot. 他是机器人。那个家伙，机器人，这个家伙，机器人, all he does is work. And I'm cold, and I'm mean. So the expressionist will look at me differently. Okay. So, first of all, the distance and the 不一样的 culture. First, 一开始有错误，然后 you begin to have a conflict. 有错误，然后 you find out you're different. And the way that you're different, the way you behave to your outgroup determines how big the conflict is. So here, these people, they're making fun. Kind of looks like our picture of the eggs, white eggs and brown egg. If they are very tight together, they will be very mean to this guy. Then you have racism, prejudice, you have fighting, you have everything bad that you see in the news, depending on how tight they are. Okay. People like me, I'm terrible at I'm terrible. Was it 分教? So I do not know when I am making mistakes. There are 4 stages. And you can see this in terms of CQ, cultural knowledge. In the beginning, you are you don't know. You really don't know that you are making other people angry in the other culture. Finally, you begin to learn. You have a sense the other person is angry, but you don't know how you did it, and you don't know how to fix the problem. Later, you start to have progress. 有进步. You begin to understand the other culture. Okay? Now, you get along with the other people, but you must constantly think, concentrate. Don't make mistake, don't make mistake, don't make mistake. Be careful what I say. And finally, it's automatic. 自动的, 自然的, automatic. And you are pudol. You are pudol. You can go between culture, go to America, China, go to Japan, go to South America, and you are home in every culture. Okay? 4 stages. So, actually here they are again in English. I had given you some fan-yi. But here they are. We don't know we're making mistakes. We know we're making mistakes, but we don't know here, we do know and we stop mistakes. We prevent mistakes. And finally, we are go. Okay. This one now is also important. Attribution error. This is hard. Sorry. We'll go through this slowly. 慢慢来. Attribution error is the cause. 为什么 or 你觉得为什么? Who will you blame? Who will you blame for the mistake? This is your attribution error. People from different cultures who witness the same event will think the causes are different. If a person does something wrong, you see someone do something wrong, okay? You will say, 因为他是坏人. If he is other group, out group, you'll say, 因为他是坏人. 可是, if he's your people, one of you does something wrong, you will defend him. And you will say, oh, 没办法, he had to do it. Oh, how come you? No. 不好意思, he didn't mean that. Anyway, because of this situation, he had to do it. And you defend the bad guy if he's your people. If he's the other people, 因为他是那个人, okay. So, in short, this is our tendency, 我们的习惯, we defend people in our group, and we will blame them if they are the other people. It's automatic. 自 Ciao, you do it. You have done it all your life. Your next job is, will you continue to do this, or will you change? But you have done this your whole life. Your parents have done this. Your grandparents did this. They taught you to do this. They made you this way. But will you change? I have done this. If you watch the news, there is a man in America right now who does this very badly. You all know who he is and what he's saying. All of that is because of fundamental attribution error. Blame the other guy. He doesn't like women, he doesn't like Mexicans, he doesn't like Muslims, because they're different. Oh, there he is! Ground wall 02. I found him. There's our orange monster. Here is our fundamental attribution error. Blame the other culture, the other guy. But you have people coming in, and I'm not just saying Mexicans, oh, not me. I'm talking about people that are from all over that are killers, and rapists. And they're coming into this country. And that's his quote, that's what he says. He doesn't like the Mexicans, he doesn't like the Muslims, he wants a wall to keep other people out. This is the fundamental attribution error. In my country, something strange has happened. We don't know why. We were supposed to learn this a long time ago. We don't know why this is happening now. We have no idea how this happened. So there's a huge mistake in our society. This is a warning to you as well. Don't let this happen to you. What happens to us happens before it happens to you. Don't let this one happen. Actually, in Asia, there's another guy. There's an Asian Trump. He's in the Philippines. We all know that guy. Duterte. So it does happen in other countries. Don't let it happen here. You have a chance to prevent this if you change the way you're thinking. Oh no! Oopsie! It does happen! This is in mainland China. Dalu. They are blaming the Adoa. This is official advertisement. Adoa 是坏人. So David, oh, you're so proud. Oh, he dates the girl, and then eventually he gets her to give him secrets because he's secretly a fighter. And then the police come and bust her and say, you, I thought she's a fighter. There is your fundamental attribution error in China. It appears in public announcements here on a TFB wall near a train station in mainland China. Okay. So, collectivism and individualism change the way people receive a message. Aha, okay. Individualist, 个人主义. We focus on the content. If you had English classes with me, you remember that I am talking this all the time, and I pound it into you. Read this, read this, read this. Analyze, punchy, punchy, punchy. We analyze the article, the text. The collectivist looks at the feelings, feelings, the background, and other cues. And body language, more than the words. Oh, 又来了，国际关系. This is at the time when you were born, maybe, before you were born, 1991. Who was born? Anyone? No, you were born in like 93, 94, 95. This is before you were born. We fought the first war. You remember the second war. We fought the first one in 1991. This is 外交部部长 and 外交部 Iraq, 外交部部长. Before the war, we have to give peace a chance. All the leaders come and they talk and they talk and they negotiate and they argue because we don't want to fight. No one wants war. They go to Switzerland and they have a meeting, conference, to stop, to prevent war. They tell, Megoran tells the Iraqi, leave Kuwait, take your armies out, go back to your country, and there's no war. Saddam Hussein does not need war. We can have peace if you leave. But you must leave. If you do not leave, we will fight you, and we will destroy your country. He uses these words. We will fight you, we will destroy your country. But, as you know, in diplomacy, 大使馆, all the diplomat, if we talk to each other, even when we talk, we're very polite. We have our meetings and our procedures. If you do not study English, the full force of the American army will kill you. And then we'll smile because we're polite. We're not going to threaten someone, and we do not go, we will marry you. Nobody talks that way. We smile while we're holding our gun. Okay, that's the way the Adoas speak when we have negotiation diplomacy. Now, this is 外交部部长. He's dead now, of course. After the second war, he's hung. This 家伙 is what you have to watch out for. Watch out for this one. He's Saddam Hussein's brother, Bazan Ibrahim al-Tigriti. His brother. He was there in 1991. He does not speak English. 听不懂英文, 不会讲英文. And he is Saddam's brother. And he is the advisor to Saddam Hussein. And he goes to the meeting not speaking English. Megoran was very clear. The United States will attack if they did not leave. But we speak in peace meetings, we say it calmly. This is 错误. 跨文化错误. In way. Next to Aziz旁边 is 这个家伙. He pays attention how Baker talks. 听不懂那个内容. So he just looks at how the Americans talk, not what he said. And he goes back, 报告, 会出 Iraq, 报告. Megoran will not attack. They are weak. They are calm. They are not angry. They are only talking. Boom! There's your 错误 again. You know what happened. How many of these 沟通错误 have I given you in history? Luckily, this is one of our small wars. We finished this one very quickly. They are weak, they are calm. The structure of the message, if you studied English with me, you know 내용 and structure. Westerners organize the message in a linear fashion. 1, 2, 因为, reason 1, 因为, reason 2, 所以, our conclusion. Westerners are abstractive. We speak with our theories, and we argue with our theories. Easterners, this would be Muslim as well, and also traditional Chinese essay writing. begin with a conclusion and arrange related facts in any order. To us, 很像乱七八糟. They also are associated. Anything that has a connection can be written in the essay. When we read this, we're like, what? What are you doing? When I look at 作文, 英文作文, and I see some English essays where students have 翻译, their sentence has a good grammar, but the essay is wrong and the essay fails because they did not follow the English essay argument, the structure. There is a structure. This is it. Can you find the adoas? What color is adoa?
Red.
Yeah, we are red. This is our main idea. And we will say it in the beginning, 一开始. Our idea is this. 我们的想法就是这样子。因为，detail. 所以，再来，我们的想法是真的 logically 就是英文 essay. So anyone who's writing your 英文作文, remember to follow this one.